differences?
Okay, so there are Sri Lanka is like because Sri Lanka's demographic characteristics, you could feel the different kind of climate zones, different kind of geographical differences within a short period. Like you don't have to travel many kilometers to feel the same thing. When you come to the coastal belt, like majority the down south, you could see the beautiful beaches, you could see the coral reefs, and you could go snorkeling and do many fun stuff. Even they have the jet skiing thing and stuff.
There's a hot balloon very popular there.
What?
Hot balloon.
Yeah, hot balloon is very famous near the Sigiriya and Dambulla area. Because when you go up, you could the land is like not hilly land, but you could see some hills around, but mostly like the flat land. So when you go up, you could see the view. It's really beautiful. You should try.
Yes.
Okay, the hot balloon thing. And when you go to the northern part, you have the best, the Trincomalee Beach and the Nila Valley Beach, and even in Arugam Bay is very famous for surfing. Okay, you have really even like international people come there to surf, just to surf and go.
Yeah, okay. So it's like if you are into like water sports, then I guess Sri Lanka is your destination. Yeah,
because like you could go to many places within a short period of time, and when you climb up a bit to the central part, then the climate will be totally different. And when you go further to the hill country, it will be really cool. It's like, Nuwara Eliya is, people used to say it's like the mini Switzerland. You have all those steep houses, nice cool weather with the foggy climate.
What is the area?
Nuwara Eliya.
Nuwara Eliya.
Yes, Nuwara Eliya.
Okay.
So that is like Ooty in Tamil Nadu. And I don't know where it is northern part, but I have been to Ooty. So like Ooty and Nuwara Eliya is like kind of the same climate, same kind of thing. You have a nice lake there, so you could enjoy the tea estates are there. The city is surrounded by tea estates, so you could visit tea factories, how tea is produced.
About tea, they are the biggest exporters of like tea and cinnamon.
Yes, cinnamon, because the Portuguese invaded us to find cinnamon and spices, right? The Sri Lankan spices are very tasty and unique, especially the cinnamon. We have the best cinnamon in the world. And even tea is like very highly recommended because of the climate in Nuwara Eliya that I said, and the average, the rainfall that you get there is also unique. So, and that is hand plucked by people, so they are really experts in plucking which is the best, which is not. And so something like that. Ceylon tea is very famous, and even they have this silver tea leaves, which is very expensive, and it's also very famous in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, and there's coconut, orange shell coconut.
Of course, yeah. Like the king coconut, you see the orange kind of drink. It's a variety of like coconut. So you drink it. It's really tasty.
Do you call it tori, the liquor?
Tori, yes. You have also arak, like the coconut arak, which is extract from the coconut, like the thing. And we use coconut milk for almost everything. Like you use like
coconut oil.
Same thing, right? We use coconut oil to like for hair and for many other things, even to cook dishes. We rather than using farm oil or cooking oil, like the vegetable oil, Sri Lankan people used to have coconut oil.
Same with I guess South Indian. I'm from North India, so I don't know much. But if I would be a South Indian, I could have resonate with you completely.
And like we use coconut milk as well. In almost all our curries, we use coconut milk, and it's really tasty. I miss the coconut in here.
So you want to recommend some dishes?
Yeah, of course. You should try. For tourists and like for young generation, kottu is like the famous.
Kottu. What is kottu?
Kottu is like, it's like paratha.
Okay.
But you chopped it into pieces like this, and with chicken and some curry, and you put it like, and you. There's a sound. It's really nice, like a street food. It is a street food, but now it is becoming not a street food, but you could have them in like 5-star hotels as well. So kottu is a very unique food, which is in Sri Lanka. And of course, there are many if you take food variety is really huge, because we have a good ethnicity, right? Different kind of cultures, different kind of people. not huge as India, but still, like, because everyone is like really close to each other, we are like really connected to each other. We enjoy Ramadan, we enjoy Deepavali, we enjoy Christmas, and we used to cook all the food and share with each other, because most of our neighbors will be Tamils, most of our neighbors will be Muslim and Hindu, Sinhalese. So they come to the Buddhist events, and we go to church. It's like that. My school is a Catholic school, not it's a Christian school, to be apparent. But but the majority is Buddhist in my school as well. But we used to enjoy all the events and all those kind of festivals.
Yeah.
And
what's your biggest festival?
Biggest festival? Kavadi is like, Sri Lanka has many big festivals. The New Year festival is, I think, like the most biggest in the sense, like, it's celebrated throughout Sri Lanka.
You celebrate New Year on 1st January? Or there's
no, April. It depends on how the sun goes.
Okay.
Back. So the people who used to see the horoscopes and all those kind, I don't know what's their name, that English term. So there's the official one in the government. He declared that each and every year. So this year the New Year falls under these 2 years.
Okay.
These 2 days. Okay. So then you have the New Year festival, where the entire Sri Lanka eats at the same time, and like we start to cook. We like the coconut oil we boil, and we want to spill it out, like where we believe it's the symbol of prosperity. Like, so we lit all the kitchens at the same time, we eat at the same time, we respect elders with the leaf thing.
There's some news on the TV that you should
yeah. Oh, like, now it's there. Earlier it was like with the timing they do in the entire country, and you could hear the crackers going here and there during that time. In that auspicious time, you could hear the crackers, so like, okay, now is the time to do this. And then you apply some oil. There are, it's like a 4 to 5 day process, but we do everything together all at once, so it's really special
sweet
for us.
So New Year.
Yeah, it's the New Year festival.
Which falls in April.
Yeah, April.
So let's go there in April.
Yeah, you should go there. You could see many sports, the traditional Sri Lankan sports. People used to wear sarong, and then you go to your neighbor's house and greet them and exchange food with them and enjoy their time. And all the village get together and perform some sort of like tug of war and those kind of sport events, because during that time you used to eat a lot of sweets, right? So you gain many like carbohydrates and those kind of things. So the culture has made a way to get rid of them as well, like where you have to do a lot of sports activities, and you have to do a lot of physical activities, something like that. It's like the biggest celebration in Sri Lanka. But apart from that, there are many other religious events as well. And the Kavadi thing that you mentioned is unique for the Tamil people.
Okay. It's for Tamil people.
It's like it's like a frame you hold. I don't know the concept or why they're doing, but I'm just saying what I have seen. It's like a religious dance. It's very famous with the papare, In Sri Lankan matches, you are like right? So the papare is with the sound comes from papare, and people used to dance like this, and so we used to also enjoy that tune. It's
about Deepavali, and as you mentioned, like so what's your philosophy about Ramayana?
Okay. So Ramayana is like the story. We have heard the story, but we are not that much interested about that story, or like even we don't emphasize more on Rama, the king. But what we see of Rama's image is totally different from what you see in India.
More than Ram, what is your image with the Ravan? Is it like positive or negative? We think it negative.
Yeah, you think it negative. We have a very neutral kind of a thing. Like,
so do you pray Ravan or something?
No, we don't. But in some people who are very extremes in religion and those kind of things, they might pray, but it's like only 2% or 1% of the entire population. We don't have any statues.
Or no area.
Oh my God! I mean, when
I was a kid, I used to think that Sri Lanka is like Lanka, where Ravan lives.
Yeah. See, there's one thing. Okay, there's a myth believes Ravan is still alive.
Yeah,
and he's sleeping underneath a cave or something, and when time comes he will awake and come back or something. It's just a myth. And we do have Sita Kovil in the Nuwara area, where that is said that when Sita said that she wants to pray, Ravan had built that Kovil for her to pray in that Nuwara area that I mentioned. That it's very cool, and those kind of, for those who are going there, you should visit there as well. And there are different kind of myths and different kind of stories, like folk tales are developed around the country, saying this is Ravan's this thing and that one, this is where Ravan used to live, but there's no any scientific background or something like that. There's a huge waterfall called Ravana Alla, so people believe he's sleeping beneath that thing. And something like that. We like there's a medicine, like endogenous medicine system, which derives from the Ravana's generation. See, it's more not like one king. Ravana is like a generation of kings. Like the name is Ravana, so there could be many kings called Ravana.
So it's so different from what we think. It's
something like that. And like they used to have a good, like high technology and really good medicine and herbal things. See that the other part in Ramayana, they said the Hanuma bought a part of Himalaya, right? And and dropped some part in the southern part. There is a mountain called Rumatsala in the southern part, where it's that mountain, the medicine, the trees, and the geography, the biodiversity that you find in that mountain is very unique from all the area around. So there might be, something, I don't know. Like, how can it only that area could be different from entire geography?
True.
And the diversity, because those herbals are pretty much similar to herbals in Himalaya. That's what the
interesting
people says. And something like that. So like we are not that much in, like, you have the Dashara and you are very much into Rama Ravana thing, right? But we are not. We don't care about that much.
So basically no Sone ki Lanka and no golden mahal.
It's something like that.
Yeah, and there's like Ram Setu bridge, which used.
It is still there, I guess. You could see the stone, the like connection, because from that end to India, you could shout like Sonu. That much really close,
There's few kilometers.
Yeah, few kilometers. I don't know how much.
It's like some an island of Sri Lanka, and then there's some island of India, and there's a space between it. And initially they said there was some land there that people used to cross it by foot, but then there was some cyclone that removed all the. Now there's no land, so.
So in Sri Lanka, we have different kind of varieties of dance, which is unique for different provinces. Like the hill country, it's a different kind of dance.
So that dance that you guys do.
This thing. It's it's originated from the hill capital. The hill country, Kandian dance. You call it the Kandian dances.
Now I'm understanding.
That thing, So there are other dances like devil dances.
Yes, devil dances.
And those things come from the southern part of the country.
Hambantota side.
More towards Hambantota sides. And there are another, like Sabaragamu is another province where you find even Ratnapura is like the gems. Sri Lanka is also very famous for gems. Even the Diana's ring, the gem, the blue sapphire is from Sri Lanka. So those kind of they have different styles of dancing and different types of drums. The different types of tunes.
You're famous for drummings also.
Yeah, exactly. Every time we have different drums which have different sounds and different rhythms. So but in the Kandi Perahara, which you call, it is also another auspicious event where the tooth relic is taken in a procession, where you have all the dancers in Sri Lanka, like dancing in there for about 2-3 hours, and you have good to see. You may find pictures in the internet as well. It's called the Kandi Asela Perahara, where you have elephants. You have more than 100 elephants dressed up.
Yes.
And you have the fire people and those kind of things.
Yeah, elephants are a big thing there. Elephants and leopards. A lot of leopards.
Elephants. The wildlife is very rich in Sri Lanka, and we also have a really good forest coverage.
Yes.
Like we have different types of forest, like the desert type forest and the evergreen forest, like Amazon type forest, so on, so on, so. Because, like, everything is compact.
Yes.
In a one small island, so you could enjoy a huge variety of diversity in demography, culture, everything within a short time period. That's why we are promoting tourism. But that's why tourists really come to Sri Lanka, because they could enjoy a lot without traveling a lot from.
There's 9 Arc Bridge also.
It's also really famous, 9 Arc Bridge in Alla. Alla is where that Ravana's fall is also there.
Okay.
See, so Alla is also another tourist destination where you can go. In Sri Lanka you have the traditional trains like.
Yes.
The call kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
so many tourists really enjoy that atmosphere. You could, hop out of the train and wave, take pictures. It's really nice, and it goes through a really nice road. Like it's really beautiful.
And how about Bodhya?
The Bodhya is the correct pronunciation. So it's like for like majority of Sri Lankans are Buddhist. So Buddhism is our main religion. So Bodhya is the tree which the scientific name I don't know what it is, but it's called the Asathu tree.
Okay.
Because it looks like a shape of the leaf. And
that is in the flag of Sri Lanka also.
The four corners.
4 corners.
Exactly. She's good. Okay. So that tree is, we worship that tree. In each and every, most of the temples you have a Bodhya, the tree where we worship, and because that is a tree that helped Lord Buddha to enlighten himself.
Okay.
So the most interesting part is in Sri Lanka we have the oldest tree in the world.
Jai Shri Mahabodhi.
Jai Shri Mahabodhi. Wow.
Jai Shri Mahabodhi.
See. Okay, so we have the Jai Shri Mahabodhi, which is around more than 2,300 years old.
It's the oldest planted tree in the world.
Planted tree, okay. Oldest planted tree in the world. So it's in Anuradhapura, the religious capital of Sri Lanka, the first capital apparently, like the first kingdom of Sri Lanka, where you can find all those ruins and everything in there. And like there was another interesting thing about Anuradhapura, which I got remember. We have, like, in Anuradhapura there's many religious places and the kingdoms and everything is there, right? There are 3 special stupas. Like stupa is like you put some relic of Buddha or any other famous monk in it and build like a you have it in India as well. Sanchi stupa, same thing like that. But you have different shapes in Sri Lanka, right? So there are 3 stupas, and it's like the Ruvanalisaya, Abhayagiriya, and Jetavanarame is like the 3 names, which was developed by 3 kings, 3 different eras. Okay, but when you get the exact ratio of the distance from one pinpoint to the other, that thing, the same ratio, and the ratio in Giza pyramid in Egypt, the 3 pyramids, and the ratio of Orion's belt, the 3 stars, identical. Okay, so
that's new.
Yeah, like in my history, because like majority of my history is still not recovered. I mean, like not revealed. You could see only the appearance or the iceberg part, but a majority is still hidden. I don't know why, because like we have a huge history, and the geometrical technologies, the engineering technologies, and especially the hydro technology that we have in our country is very epic and unique. Even though now we can't.
I've heard like the water density of waterfalls are highest in Sri Lanka.
Highest, and even the lakes and everything, like the Polonnaruva, we have the Parakrama Samudra and those kind of giant kind of water tanks. We have the technology that they use. They have take water from a ground, like lower level to a upper level, using the wave strength of that thing. It's like, even now when the like scientist and even mathematician has calculated that when one wave goes away and when with the time that the water comes again, the other wave hits. So naturally it will force from a lower level to a higher level. That much of technology we had to have. And in Sigiriya, it's a huge rock, right? You could still see like water springs even in top, where they have a mechanism to take water up there.
Beautiful,
as well.
beautiful.
Yeah.
We were just discussing how like Buddhism is popular worldwide. I didn't know it in India. Because from Ashoka, one of the king of Sri Lanka. Like get inspired about
Devanam is like Ashoka. I said like India, Sri Lanka, we had a really good connections and fights as well.
Yes, love-hate relationship.
So
but you have good relationship with
Maldives. Yeah, because Maldives is really close to Sri Lanka. When I find out, there was a quiz one time, and it says to guess which is closest to Sri Lanka. So I put India. No, it's not. It's Maldives. See, because like Maldives is like kind of like
best friend.
What many Sri Lankan like the president have allowed Maldives people to come to Sri Lanka because the islands are shrinking, right? So they have lands in Sri Lanka as well. So they are given the freedom to come and establish in Sri Lanka as well. So even Ashoka, the King Ashoka, Dharma Ashoka, and Devanampitis were really good friends. So King Ashoka's son was a monk. We call him Mihidu Maharahatan.
We know mostly about Ashoka because of Shah Rukh Khan. I am so sorry that I have not read history, but in movies.
Okay. So like the monk brought Buddhism for Sri Lanka into Sri Lanka. Even though now Buddhism is like, even though it doesn't. There's very less people in India and even Nepal where the Buddha was born. Very few people in there. But in Sri Lanka, majority is Buddhist. And like, you don't allow the tattoo thing. See, even Akon got, wasn't allowed to perform in my country.
Yes.
Even though he is famous, like we are very much.
So it's a no-no. Whenever you will go to Sri Lanka, try to hide your if you have a tattoo of Buddha, just hide it.
Buddha or some religious thing. It seems like it's a thing that we worship, or it's a belief that we have in our heart. So it's not a good thing to wear, or it's not a good practice. That's kind of a thing.
It's not a thing to show off. But I guess in Thailand also it is something like that.
And the Buddhist statues they said you cannot use like ornaments. Right?
It's good also.
It's a religious thing, right? You should respect each other's religions, each other's cultures.
True.
And that's what I think.
But astrology seems very popular there, no?
Astrology is a main thing which may decide who you want to marry or not. Okay.
So you guys also have Kundalini.
We have these old horoscope and everything. When you the first thing that when you get in with a girl, the first thing that you need to check is whether the astrology match. Okay. If not, it's very hard with the typical traditional Sri Lankan parents to get married. You could just run away, that's fine, where most of the case is that. But if you want to get a proper marriage, before thinking about the likes and dislikes, just go and see the horoscope.
So you guys have some apps you can check it out.
There are apps, like they don't believe those apps thing. They always say, you have to go to the traditional, like astrology person and give the two horoscope, and he's doing some
his maths.
And he say, okay, you two can marry. Then only you can marry. Okay.
Indians, we understand your feelings.
See? So it's something like that.
So during marriage also, do you guys see the stars? There's a culture in South India.
Stars in the sense like to select the auspicious events, like occasions, the times.
No. Like actually with a telescope see the stars.
No.
In South India there's a culture of seeing Arundhati and Vasishtha. They are like two stars in like Ursa Major constellation. You know Ursa Major, the Big Bear constellation.
Yeah.
So it has the kite constellation, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3.
Correct.
So in the tail of that constellation, like all the stars have like one star, but there's on the tail, this middle one has 2 stars. We call it Arundhati and Vasishtha. And in South India, people see it with a telescope and see that like generally what stars do is like there's a big star, there's a small star. Small star revolves around the big star.
Yeah.
But in Arundhati and Vasishtha,
the other way around.
They both revolve around each other.
Wow.
They revolve around each other.
That's interesting.
So with the telescope they see, and the Pandit says to the married couple that you should be like them. Like the male should not be the center, but you both should revolve around each other. That's how a couple should be.
Exactly. Kind of makes sense.
Yeah. But interesting, I asked because I am quite into astrology, so that's why I read about it. But then I asked some South Indian people, they were like, yeah, we saw in our marriage, but I don't know why we saw it. So it was kind of funny. Yeah, but our ancestors had a logic every time. There's a good nice logic.
Behind.
It's just that we don't know, so we think it's stupid. Yeah. But it is actually not.
Most of the time, there's a good logic behind
there's
it.
Definitely good
Without
logic.
knowing it, we just say it's stupid.
Like you explained, no? Like in your that time, you during New Year you eat a lot and then play tug of war.
Yeah.
Something like
that.
that.
See,
because now you found the
reason.
Yeah. So how about language? You speak 2 languages like Sinhalese.
Like Sinhalese and I could speak a bit of Tamil.
Okay.
And because Tamil is like the second language of us, and English is more towards the third language. In all the common sector, you have Sinhalese, Tamil, and English. Okay, and so it's something like that. And even like Muslims speak Tamil most of the time, but some Muslims speak Arabic. I mean, like some. Like,
but I've heard that even if like Sri Lankans don't know English, they know raps.
Yeah. No, yeah, most of people in Sri Lanka knows English, but they're very much like the young generation is very much into rapping, this kind of like EDM music and those kind of things. And
how about Hindi? Do you understand Hindi?
Yeah.
बात करना आता हिंदी में?
समझ गया मेरे.
समझ
गया. Because like Bollywood movies, I could understand Hindi a bit. I mean, like through the movies and music. Music is really famous. Like, but even like we really enjoy the Bollywood songs, and we have like counter versions of Bollywood, like the same tune but different lyrics in Sri Lanka. And if you go back in this 80s or 90s, we have like copied from you guys. Like most of the tune is from India, but the lyric is in Sri Lanka. So you could sing along with each other. You could say the Hindi part, I could say the Sinhalese part.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Initially, I didn't know that Sri Lankans know Hindi. Actually, what happened was there was some music festival, and there was some Sri Lankan who was singing a very nice Bollywood song. And I came there, it was like...
We could sing, even though we don't sometimes understand. We still sing.
He literally called me, was like, Sonam, you are from India. Can you please translate it for me? I know. He was so exact tune, very beautiful, so soothing. Yeah.
Because like, you know, the alphabet that we have all the sounds which produce from the mouth, right?
Yeah.
That's why we could speak like, you know, like Hindi, even Japanese and many other languages, because like the tongue and the mouth, the working thing, because like the Japanese people can't say la. They say ra, right?
Ra.
Srilanka.
Srilanka.
They can't say la. That effect doesn't come, right? But in Sri Lanka, due to the vocabulary and the alphabet that we have, we could like easily pronounce many other countries.
Yes, because as like Sinhalese is Indo-Aryan language, and then he knows Tamil, he's like Dravidian language. These languages cover all the alphabets. Yes, people who know these languages like
could literally speak any language around the world, right?
Yeah,
we could quickly grab it.
Yeah,
and we could speak fluently, like they have the same accent, the same kind of sound, right? It's one of the benefits that we have.
Yeah. So you want to teach us some Sinhalese words like hello, bye, and thank you.
Okay. So hello, you say Ayubovan.
Ayubovan.
Ayubovan. Ayubovan means may you live long. So that's a greet that we give when you meet people. And we say it like this, we don't handshake.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's for
just say,
India
yeah,
also.
yeah. During the COVID, this was very famous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So do you bow also?
Yeah, we also bow. Ayubu.
Ayubuvan. Okay.
So what was the other one?
Thank you and
Thank you is like Bohoma Stuti.
Bohoma Stuti. Okay.
You're getting it, see? Okay. It's like like Dhanyabad.
Dhanyabad.
Bahut shukriya. Same thing.
And how to say bye bye?
Bye bye is like you could say, we should say bye bye.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, you could say I'll meet you again.
Yeah, फिर मिलेंगे.
Yeah. Like फिर मिलेंगे. Yeah. So like Navata Hamuvemu. Navata means again.
Navata
Hamuvemu means we'll meet again. We'll meet again.
Okay.
Navata Hamuvemu, something.
Navata Hamuvemu.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like when people go apart, like we use in Buddhist, we say like may the like Buddha Sarana. It's like may Lord Buddha bless you. Even like in Jesus, it's a Devi Pihitai or Jesu Pihitai. It's like Jesus will bless you or something like that. It's like kind of a traditional thing.
See
like
the benefits of
thing.
living in such multicultural environment. He knows Buddhism. He's telling us Christian. Yeah, it was really nice talking to you.
Thank you so much.
And we are so happy that you took your precious time to come here. And yeah, it was really a very fruitful conversation. I learned a lot.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. See you. Now like the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for the algorithm, because it makes me happy and keeps me motivated to research more and more and bring more such content for you. See you. Bye.
When what do you call it? Cut it.
Okay. और like music सुनकर हिंदी आ गई. समझ के नहीं ना? I'll cut it, but I'm enjoying.